decided to go up to a little town called Pradis. They have a water plant up there which has spring water and things, and from the spring comes a little river, the Molino, that flows down through a canyon and has carved its way maybe 150, 175 foot deep into the canyon. There are some caves there, and we're going to look at the green cave, and then we're going down in the canyon. It's quite a trip. I hope you enjoyed it.
Well, would it surprise you to learn that we are once again on a narrow, twisty, curvy, steep mountain road? Probably not. Seems to be the norm, huh? We are going to a place called Grotte Verde, the Green Grotto, and also there is a canyon there that we will be descending into, so it's going to be worth the ride. Just hang on and trust me. Well, here's something interesting. Right alongside the road here, I saw a sign that said Sculpture Park, and so I pulled over to take a look. Hear the birds and the bells. How nice. So here we are with multiple sculptures, and I have no idea who did them or what this is all about, but I'll go read the signs and check it out. Meanwhile, here's the original sign for the Sculpture Park that I just happened to see out of the corner of my eye. Okay, I'm not going to show them all to you, but just this one. Here's a guy who is obviously trying to get out of the rock. Whoever the artist is, I think they've been copying Michelangelo. I think there's marvelous art all by itself in the, I don't know, 20 or so varieties of wildflowers here. Art, it's where you find it. Well, after that art interruption, I couldn't resist just stopping alongside the road because they have a beautiful view here, and driving, watching out for bicyclists and other cars that stray over the line is just kind of exhausting. So this gives us both a break. It's a little town and a lake, and I want to also point out that this is called the balcony of Italy, this area here, because you look down from here at the rest of Italy. Well, we have arrived, and just by the way, I mentioned the Slovenian border. I looked at the map a moment ago, and we are almost equally close to the Austrian border here. So theoretically, we could stand at the junction of three countries. That's theoretically. I think they meet in the middle of a mountain. Okay, as you can see, I'm kind of standing under a overhang here. And there is the entrance to the Grotto. So why don't you accompany me? Maybe I'll buy a new camera that doesn't shake so much. I know it's kind of a cliche, but one might say, abandon all hope, ye who enter here. Sure you're up for this? I can see my breath. We here. Here we are in the Green Grotto. And you can't tell, but hear the dripping water? I'm getting dripped on. Little altar or something set up there. Let's go walk over. Notice I spared you the camera jiggling, nausea-producing walk over here. But I'm going to go forward a little bit to show you this statue on the top here. And I'll mention that every once in a while they hold services here, on Easter in particular. I don't know about you, but I'm not real big on cold, damp caves. So there's the exit. Let's head out there and go down to, well, I'll let it be a surprise, but I think you're going to like it. At least it's in the sun. Okay, we are now walking down a series of steps here, way down deep into a canyon, and I just can't even see the bottom of it from here. I'll give you another shot when we get closer. Okay, I can't resist. Got to take a picture along the way. For one thing, that's where we're headed. I don't know if you can see how deep that is, but it's way down. Thank you very much. And here's the stairway that continues down. I don't know how far, but just saw a lady coming up, and she was puffing and puffing. So, down into the bowels of the earth, so to speak. Well, here's a shot of some of our fellow hikers going down the canyon, and here's a good idea of just how far down it is. Up here, there's a statue of Christ right there, and we'll get a little closer look at that when we walk around, okay? And then we're gonna walk that away too. You're gonna get the idea that I never get tired of this place or taking pictures of it. What's not to like? All my favorite things. Rushing water, big rocks, adventure. Never know what's going to be around the next corner. And we are way down right now. And we have quite a bit further to go. Just more pictures. Every time I turn a corner, things change, so let's not drop anything, like the camera, for example. I'm standing on a bridge here, over this particular chasm, and you can see how this river has just cut and carved its way through the rock. It's really pretty spectacular. I love it. Well, we just came from that bridge right over there. That's where I was standing for the last picture. And so we have now crossed over, and there's a close-up of the crucifixion here, and what looks like a little altar or something they have set up probably for ceremonies. By the way, on this next spot, it's the rocks are very wet and slippery, so watch your step. Go slow, be very careful. I will too. Okay, another shot looking down. That is a long, long way down there. And I love the way that the little waterfalls and rushing water are interspersed with some really nice deep green pools. Looks like you could just sit in them for a while and just bask in the energy. Speaking of energy, This is probably my favorite little waterfall here. It starts out from one of those little quiet pools I was talking about. And then it crosses the bridge we're on and heads that away. I'm just going to stand here for a while and soak it up. Here's a side picture of that same waterfall. And I just checked when I pulled in the parking lot, looked at the speedometer, and actually we are less than 40 miles from my house right now. Of course, we also have to ride through the mountains to get it, so when you talk about time, we're probably talking about an hour and a half or so, and then again, there's me stopping along the way a whole lot, huh? Marvelous canyons. You notice something else? I'm all alone. We saw those few hikers early on, and now as far as I know, we're the only ones down here. Another good reason not to fall. Well, you probably think I'm obsessed with that waterfall there. I did say it was my favorite, and a few minutes ago we were standing right on that bridge there looking over it, and here is, as Paul Harvey would say, I guess, the rest of the story. Can't see that from the bridge. I'm going to walk on a little bit further and see where it goes next. Next stop is down that way and through that hole over there. As you might guess, this place is riddled with caves, and we're going to go look at a few of them. Well, here's one of the caves here. As you can see, it's not real deep. It's not like the grotto that we were in earlier, but you know, it would give you shelter. You could camp under here of an evening or so, and there's another part of the river headed down that way. And another shot of some of the arrangement of walkways and bridges. They're very well done, by the way. And the fact that the admission is only $4, I think that's a bargain. And you got in free. Another cave. This one goes back, well, quite a ways, but the ground is extremely uneven, and I've already been to the back of it. There's nothing more to see but more than what we're seeing right now, rocks and dirt. So let's go look at something else. Well, this is kind of the end of the trail for us. I'm not willing to walk down there. Besides, I'm getting seriously dripped on, and I think you can see how wet the rocks are. And as far as the dripping on, yeah, check that out. Okay, duck your head. Headed to dry ground. Okay, one long, last, lingering look. Then we're going to start our way back up the stairs, way up there. And I think it'd be safe now to have a glass of wine. little rest stop. I wouldn't have done it before climbing down here. By the way, the stairs continue to go. So, ready? I am. Well, we're at the top. Easy for you to say, huh? I counted. There were 210 steps. A couple people at the bottom just stood there looking like maybe they'd just stay down there. At the top, there were two guys standing there watching me come up without taking a break, and they seemed reasonably impressed that an old man like me could do that. Anyway, I'm still climbing, actually. If you see this road, it goes up, but it's a nice gentle slope. So we'll say goodbye and wait the next adventure, huh? Maybe tomorrow. Maybe around that curve. Well, I found a little spot along this mountain road where I could park for a few minutes and rest from the driving. And also show you this. I think this is the town, by the way. I also wanted to correct something. I just checked, and we are right now exactly 30 miles from my doorstep. I gave a longer estimate earlier because I forgot that I'd taken a side detour to Spilimbergo. So fix that one up. I know you would have noticed my little error. Look at that house there. It has a fresco on the wall. And we're headed out that way now. Okay, I know I keep on saying goodbye and this is the end of it and end of journey and things, but I had to stop. Parked the car again. You remember going up this mountain road, and show you how twisty-turny and all that kind of stuff it is. And going down is even less fun. I took a little different route, and honestly, some of the turns are so tight that they're more than 180 degrees. If they were any sharper, you'd find yourself going around in a circle. Seriously. Anyway, so here's the Rio Molino, which we saw in a little wilder state cutting through rocks. Here it's spread out quite a bit, so it's not cutting as much. And it's rather pleasant and gentle. Back in the car. Well, we're back up here on my balcony, my terrazzo, and I hope you enjoyed the trip.